Question 11. You've got group 7 elements. If you notice what is happening to the melting points, they're actually increasing down the group, and the boiling points are also increasing down the group. So what you actually want to use, or which number would make sense, is actually a number that is in between -101 and 114. So which one makes sense? -7, right? Cannot be -150. -150, put it somewhere here, and that would be wrong. So if -7, okay, so something like that. And then you've got the boiling point, -118 over here, and 59. So it needs to be somewhere in between. So you've got only two options left. It cannot be 103. If it's 103, it will be here in between, and that would not be good, right? So 11, these two work, and you've got the answer C. Okay. Question 12. What property do all metals have? They are definitely not soluble in water. Do they conduct electricity? Yes, metals are good conductors. Do they have low melting point? Only group 1 metals have low melting boiling point. The rest of the metals have crazy high melting points actually. Lastly, do they react with acids? Not all. There are certain unreactive ones. That don't. Okay, for example, your copper, silver, gold. Okay, so answer straightforward would be 12. Question 13. The phrasing of this question makes it out of syllabus. Okay, but if we classically talk about recycling of metal, why do we want to recycle metals? Because they are limited resources. You want to conserve them. Okay, that's one. 2, because the cost of extraction can be crazy expensive. Okay, being a low density metal, it's true, but it's not the reason why it's recycled. Aluminum is corrosion resistant. It's true, not the reason why it's recycled. Aluminum is the most abundant metal. This you have to Google, I can't remember. But either way, it is not the reason why you recycle. If it is the most abundant metal, actually that makes it the worst reason to recycle, but oh well. Okay, question 14, we go on. Reactivity series. Okay, and some of you may have problems with this. So we have reaction of air, steam, and then acid. So P burns with sparks when put in air. If you think, this one slowly forms. Which is most reactive? Has to be P. P is most reactive, P number 1. Then when reacted with steam, P forms an oxide, no reaction. Okay, this doesn't tell you anything. But when reacted with acid, okay, we already know P is most reactive. Then what is next most? R has a reaction, Q has no reaction. So R is actually number 2, most reactive. Number 3 is the least, Q is the least reactive. So our answer will work out to be B. Then we go on to number 15. Desalination. Desalination means to remove salt. So remove salt, in other words, what does it mean? You can also obtain the water. Okay, so there's two ways around it. You can either remove the salt or obtain the water. So A, can you remove salt from this when you evaporate? Evaporation removes water. Nope, A is not your choice. B, can you filter seawater to remove the salt? Salt is soluble, right? If salt is soluble, no, filtration does not work. Okay. D and A are actually similar, but this is called a water bath. It makes the boiling a bit more gentle, okay, because your maximum temperature is 100 in a sense. Okay, so D and A are actually the same thing, evaporation. Okay, what will happen is that your seawater will still boil off at some point and evaporate. So D doesn't work. What is left? C. C is distillation. What kind of distillation? Simple. Okay, no fractionating column, simple distillation. Now we've got seawater, put heat, water in, water out, something comes out. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your pure water, also known as your distillate. This will be your answer. Your salt gets stuck in here, your water comes out. Okay, and this is what you want for number 15. 16. It is out of syllabus again, but it makes complete sense. If I want to burn something, what gas do I need? Oxygen. Okay, let you think about it for a while. Okay, they do not bottle pure air. What's the point? Okay, carbon dioxide stops burning. Nitrogen does not burn as well. So that gives you your only choice, D. 17. Air, same story, won't tell you too much. 1, 2, 3. Most, not so much. Least, so most is oxygen. Sorry, most is nitrogen. Next, oxygen. Lastly, other gases. B. Straightforward. 18. Completely out of syllabus. I'll give you the answer, all the same, doesn't matter. 19. Butane is converted into smaller molecules. Something big turns into something small. This, ladies and gentlemen, is cracking. Okay, and last but not least, question 20. Refining of crude oil by what method? Fractional distillation. Okay, and they want you to find out the use for Y. To get there, your question would be, what is Y? Okay, so we've got our P, N, K, D, L, B. So this is either N or K, naphtha or kerosene. So let us look at our options. Surfacing roads, bitumen, so no. Making waxes is lubricating oil, also no. Fuel for lorries, use diesel, also no. So Y, only option is A. Okay, so and fuel for aircraft happens to be which one? Is it naphtha or kerosene? Thank you for your answer. Okay, kerosene is fuel for aircraft, can also be used for cooking if you need to, and lighting up stoves or whatever purpose you need. And there we have it. Our MCQ is done.